Hey guys, what's up? I'm Greg. I hope you guys are ready to unpack and get into some good conversations today.
And I'm Jess, and this is our podcast, Baggage Claim. Thank you for joining us.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Baggage Claim. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. If you're a regular visitor, thanks for joining back and hanging out with us. Tonight, we just want to ask you to just kind of proverbially sit back, take a deep breath, relax.
I need to do that also.
Baggage Claim is a place where we're hoping to create some conversations and community around relationships, marriage, all those fun things of life that just happen. And so, do you need to take a deep breath? You feel a little stressed?
I'm going to need a lot of deep breaths.
It looks like you haven't been breathing.
I don't think I was breathing when you were talking.
Jess is holding her breath. So we're still in back to school mode. But I just want to say right off the get-go, though, before we go any further, go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Great first week.
Go Dogs.
We didn't really play anybody, but
we played like a little junior college, but it was fun to see some of our boys step up.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see football back on TV. And so it's that time of year. Everything is right in the world. The weather is cooling off if you're in Georgia, in the southeast.
And I'm a different kind of girl. I literally enjoy football.
We joined a college fantasy football league. Jess joined, and we played each other the first week.
And guess who won?
So who won?
That'd be me.
What was the score?
She beat me by 10 points.
I beat him by 10 points.
You know why? It's the freaking Alabama defense. I had picked Alabama defense because who wouldn't pick defense for Alabama?
And I had Ohio State's defense.
And we crapped the bed this week.
Texas.
Yeah.
So, we, quote unquote, my pretend defense, who I own.
My pretend defense never showed up.
Yours didn't even go there.
That was a rough one.
I'm about to direct message and just be like, bro,
our candle's done.
Yeah, we're out. Candle's out. So, all right. So we're back in the swing of things. Football's going. Everything's right in the world. Weather's great if you're in the southeast. If you're not, somewhere else, at least there's football on TV.
There is.
But
we're 3 weeks in now for school starting here where we live. Back in the whole schedule of getting up in the feels like middle of the night to go to school, and then I get home and it's just.
And for you guys out there, and guys and girls who are listening, who are probably getting kids up and getting them on the bus at 6 o'clock, and you're running to football practices and cheerleading practices and gymnastics practice and all the other practices that are out there.
Yep.
You know exactly what we're talking about. You're like, bro, I am exhausted.
Yeah.
So we're gonna dig into something that just kind of hit home for us. I don't know, maybe it was last year, year before. We're just kind of, it's something we've always been mindful of, but it just kind of.
Especially when the kids were growing up and they were in 4 different sports, 4 different directions. And then I decided to go back to school, and it's just always been a thing. And so it's something that I guess it probably came back around after most of the kids moved out. There's only one that lives at home now. And even though we don't have kids going 500 different places, for example, today, when I leave for work at 6:20 in the morning, you choose to get up with me so that we can see each other for 5 seconds before I go to work. Because when I get home, I immediately change clothes and go to the gym for an hour. And by the time I get home, it's 5:30, 5:40. We cook dinner and sit down and eat together, but it's kind of hurried. And then we clean up and I go take a shower and I go to bed. And then we do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so we started realizing that even though it's just mainly you and I, we don't really spend a lot of time together unless we really concentrate on that.
Right. So we talked about intention. We talk about relationships on here. We talk about time with your spouse. We talk about time with your kids. So there's this common denominator, this thread that runs through all of those things, and it's time.
Yeah.
And so time is that one thing. It's crazy. We take it for granted, but it's the one thing we can't reproduce.
Yeah.
It's the one thing we can't get more of. We're only given a certain allotted amount of that time every day, and you get to use. It's crazy. It's almost like a bank account. It gets refilled every night. You go to bed, it gets refilled with 24 hours.
Yeah.
You get to spend those 24 hours ever how you want to.
Yeah.
You get to pick, you get to choose. And so many times we just don't even think about that. We just go through our, dude, I'm just trying to get toast and breakfast in the kids' mouths and get them out the door.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not thinking about time. And so we want to ask you tonight just to kind of sit back, maybe have a different perspective in thinking about time.
Yeah.
And how we see it, how we use it, what do we do with it, and just kind of break down some ideas and some thoughts that we have around that whole concept.
So there was a show that we watched. It was on Hulu that our son Cody told us about, and it's called The Bear.
Yeah, great show.
Super good show. I mean,
Yeah.
It's got some language in it, but it's all based in a commercial kitchen with
Based out of
professional.
Chicago.
Yeah, out of Chicago with professional chefs, like world renowned in this show, chefs. And there's a lot of talk about time, especially in the last couple of seasons, especially what was it, season 3?
Well, yeah, but there was one episode where they had a clock ticking. And so the whole episode, it would go back to this clock, and this clock's ticking, and it was ticking and ticking. And every time they would be in there, they would be like, so-and-so, every second counts. And they'd be like,
And
yes,
then there
chef.
was like this
Yes,
little
chef.
sign that they had too that said every second counts.
Yeah.
And just because this has been a reoccurring conversation that we've had, it was like, oh, wow, okay, that's kind of a big deal, because that one episode really kept going back to that, how every second counts.
Yeah, which is really weird for me because I never really saw time that way. It just always felt infinite to me. And I think when I hit 50, I hit the big 50, something happened in me mentally that made me go, wait a second, the clock's winding down. Like, this isn't there's not a never ending clock. Like, it's counting down,
Yes.
and whether I wanted to or not, it's counting down.
And whether that's a thought you've actually had, like an actual thought you've had, like it's happening.
Yeah, and it can be, like, you live in one of those camps. You either look at that and you get completely depressed and stuck on yourself, or you look at it and go, okay, so how do I manage every second or every minute, every bit of time that I have? How do I manage that so that I get the full potential out of that time that I have?
Yeah. And you mentioned it a little bit ago when you were opening up that time is kind of like a bank account.
It is. It is like a bank account, and you had to. There's one of these things, and we'll get into it and unpack, but you kind of got to look at time the same way you look at your budget.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you don't know where every penny goes, I mean, Ramsey would be like, if you don't know where every penny goes, then you're broke. And so it's like that, money matters, every penny. And you have the thing where it counts where every single penny of your bank account goes. And you
But
know
it's the
exactly where you're
same-
spending time.
Yeah,
or your
it's the
money.
same thing with minutes.
Yeah, it's the exact same way. Like, you have this set amount of time, and you're spending it every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, look at your time that way to kind of in the process. So as we go through this, you may be thinking there's certain variables in your day that you just can't.
You can't control.
You can't. Well, you can.
Well,
but
in a sense, like, I know I go into work a little early, but it's only like 15, 20 minutes early. But like, when I go to work, I have to be there for a certain amount of time. So I can't really control that. But after
No.
work, that's where my free will comes in and what I can do at that time.
But you know what's interesting, though? The average person, and it may be different for a teacher, the average person at work only spends 3.5 to 4 hours a day actually being productive in their job that they're hired to do.
I can assure you that
So
is not the
it's-
case for a teacher.
It's so interesting when you look at statistically, like 3.5 to 4 hours of actual work that they're
Wow.
paid
And
to
that
do.
3 to 4 hours is the top of the top producers. That's
Right.
not.
Yeah, that's the
That's
guys
not
that are killing
average.
it.
That's the best of the best.
Yeah, that's just
That's insane.
yeah.
Because
And then-
every second of every minute of every day that I am at work as a first grade teacher is something is happening. There's a decision being made, whether the kids are with me or at lunch or they're at art or wherever. Every single, like, even while I'm trying to eat, I'm still making choices and decisions and plans, and there's not a wasted moment. That's why a lot of times I get home and I'm like, I don't have any words left for a little while. I need a minute.
So it's it's one of those. And then when you factor in the idea of a phone,
Yeah.
man, like, I don't know if you get them, if you have an iPhone, if you have an Android, I don't think they do this, but on your iPhone every Sunday,
It'll tell
it sends you a weekly report of how
Yeah.
long you've done what, how long you've been online or playing games. Sometimes that is incredibly insulting. and shameful. It is for me anyway. I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh.
You did recently go back into the game world.
I did. My name's Greg, and I'm addicted to games on my phone.
You are.
I
was so proud of you that you spent a lot of months game free.
That was like a year or more.
I know.
Just no games. And then I downloaded this game, and I had the thought this weekend, I was like, this is dumb. I don't even like that. This is just dumb. So it's gone. Yeah.
You're such a big boy.
I deleted it.
I'm so proud of you.
You just have to find a new game now.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. I'll find a game that I don't even care about. It's going to be stupid stacking blocks, and I'll be like, I got to get to level 1,000 or something. And I'm like, what? It just doesn't. But anyway, so we spend our time in really a rat race. We spend our time doing all kind of crazy things, sometimes useless things. Sometimes we just want to veg out and watch TV. The average person spends 4 hours on their phone a day. And I know a lot of people, I love it when we use it as adults. We say, oh, but I work on my phone.
Oh, it's for work.
It's work. And then you realize if it is for work, then just delete Instagram and Facebook and TikTok off your phone.
And then see how much time you spend
Yeah,
there.
see how many times you pick your phone up. It's like if your phone's really just email and phone calls,
That's all you need it for.
Yeah, because we're so sad at it. The other night we were laying in bed and we're just scrolling through TikToks, just
We were
one
showing
right
each
after
other.
the other.
We were showing each other funny ones.
Yeah, I was intrigued about some dogs, like AI dogs, talking at a dog park, and I just had to that's what we're filling our
That
lives
was just
with.
last night, and I was trying to tell you good night because I needed to go to bed. And you're like, but wait, watch, these dogs are going to talk. I'm like, okay.
It's so funny.
It really actually was very funny.
So it's like we have all these things, but we don't really stop to go, man, where's my time going? Like, where's this going? Because the clock is ticking, and it is crazy for us. Because can we agree? Maybe everyone in this room, can we agree that healthy relationships take time?
Well, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, that's a given.
Yeah.
Like if you want a good relationship, you got to put time in. You can't just show up once every now and then and feel like, oh yeah, well, hey, what's up?
Great.
Yeah, let's go. Let's keep rolling on. Those people who try to do that have really unhealthy relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, then the big question is, okay, so how do we do this? Like, how do we, we realize time is this variable that we can't really control.
No.
Like we can control it, but we're only given so much of it.
And the idea that there's an expiration date, it's kind of like, yikes.
You know what's interesting? Like, if you say you go to, say you pick up the creamer. We have creamer in our fridge. You pick up the creamer. If the expiration date was last week, are you going to use that?
I would smell it first.
I
You
would
smell
smell
it?
it first, yes.
See, I don't even smell it. I just use it. If
I
it's within a week,
I don't live with
Ooh.
expiration dates.
you don't?
Nah.
You think it's a suggestion?
Yeah, it's definitely a suggestion.
Some things it is just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Well, like bread's easy when it's got green stuff growing on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is easy, yes.
Milk
Yeah.
is easy. Like milk when it's
The
clumpy.
true
and it's
form of
clogged.
bravery is testing milk that's expired.
Yeah. But all of the people, except for me, that live in this house are lactose intolerant.
Yes,
I
we
just
don't
don't
have to deal
like
with that.
milk, so we don't have milk here ever.
Well, it's just the other day, Aaron Grace found some ham turkey in the fridge, and I don't even remember buying turkey. So it was like,
I did because it was still in the summer, and that tells you.
and she's like, "Will you smell this?" And as soon as she walked out, Thomas goes, "That doesn't even look good. Whatever it is, that looks bad."
Yeah.
And it smelled. I was like, "That's a weird smell."
Yeah.
So it was a no-go. But everything has a shelf life.
It does.
Everything. As crazy as it sounds, fashion has a shelf life. Trends have a shelf life. TikTok used to be dancing. Now it's not even that. It used to be funny videos. Now it's just something else. It's like
AI now.
yeah, and Instagram was at one time this, and now it's something different. It's like everything changes and everything has a shelf life, and it moves on to the next step.
It does.
That's just the way life works.
Well, speaking of moving on to the next step, like you told me something not too long ago about once your kids move out of your home, whatever the age may be, sometimes it's for college or just adulting, the amount of time, talk about that when you were talking about it.
I found this statistic and it really blew my mind, so I had to dig into it. a little bit just to try to, and then I tried to do it with us and our kids. Like it says, you will spend the first 18 years of the kid's life, if they're living at home, you spend 18 years up until the age of 18. From the time they move out, the average person will only spend one more year collectively with that kid and the rest of their life. So, which sounds insane.
Yeah, at first we were like, there's no way that's real.
But then we started sitting down thinking about how much time have we spent in the last year with Callie and Charles?
Who live out of state.
Yeah, who live in Pensacola. It's like, how much time have we spent with Cody?
Yeah.
Who, I mean, it's just crazy when you start thinking about it. You're adding it up. You're like,
well, even the one kid that lives here. I mean, that fits in that scenario too. We just have one child, and Thomas and Miranda with our granddaughter Lucy, and I know that Lucy is the anchor. They're the ones we spend the most time with, but that's an intentional kind of thing because we want to see our granddaughter every time we can.
Right.
However, there'll be times where that's not the case too, and that was such a scary thought of how is that real?
Yeah.
But like you said, once we started kind of thinking about it, it was like, actually, no, that's real. And that is so sad.
It really is. I mean, the whole idea, it came about too when I was reading another study of a guy. He was talking about time and taking advantage of your opportunities. And he's like, as an adult, he was like, I was going to see my dad who wasn't feeling very well. And he said, I spent some time with him during the holidays. And he said, I figured it out. I'll go and see him at least 4 times a year. And he's like, my dad was getting up there in age. And he's like, he's probably going to live another 8 to 10 years. And he's like, say he lives 10 years at best. And he's like, 4 times, I'm only, that's the only amount of time that I'm going to see him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you don't have that many because you may think, hey, you would say, I have 18 summers with my kids before they move out. That's best case scenario.
Yeah, that's if you don't have to share them with another parent, or if they don't have, like, all of ours have always had jobs and all of ours have always done extracurricular activities. So it's like, no, you whittle that down, and it keeps whittling down and whittling down and whittling down until it's like nothing.
Well, that's why I say know your numbers, like know your time.
Yeah.
Like we want to talk about this idea of like, no, they live in the same house with me, and be like, okay, then tell me how much time you spend with them each day out of the day. And it may be like, oh, okay, 45 minutes. So in equivalent of like you spend 7 hours over a week with them,
Right.
you spend that at one day at work. So it's like, when you start looking at it in that sense, it's like, no, how much, like, and then it makes you start to look at the whole idea is like you have a shelf life with your family in the sense like there's a time when seasons change, they move out, they're different.
Yes.
Someone may get sick, they may not. Do you have something?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say it comes along the same sense that we put that time into work because we know what we get out of it.
Right.
We put that time into work because we're like, oh, well, either one, I have to do it,
results.
or 2, there's an expectation from a boss or something like that.
Right.
Or even if you own your own company, if I don't do this, there is no return.
Right.
Yep. But how often do we go through life and we don't treat our relationships the same way?
Yeah.
Either one, we've never thought of it that way. Because, I mean, we budget money, we budget work, we work through, we do all these things, but we don't consider our time with family and our time with friends or our time with a spouse the same way.
Yeah.
Then when things fall apart, we're like, what happened? Where did we miss it? You've not been investing in it.
Right.
Yeah. Because
and most of the time you could probably look back at your calendar
Yeah.
and be like, okay, let's talk about what this last 2 months have looked like. How much time have you invested in this or that,
Well, when you're honest, like when you're really, really honest
part.
and with yourselves, and you can sit down, and sometimes it takes a third party, like somebody sitting down with you and go, okay, tell me your weekly schedule. Tell me what you do. And for them to hear their perspective, and you may be thinking, well, everybody's like this, or this is the way it is. Like it's not always that way.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's so true. Like when families are growing up, it's so easy, and parents do this all the time. And it's really, really sad to see because parents start attaching so much time to what their kids are doing because they want to invest in their kids, and they say the idea of, I want my kid to have better than what I did. So that's sometimes when we give so much time to work because I want to make more money. I want them to have it better than I did. I want them to not have to work as hard as I did to get here. I get that, but in a sense too, you became who you were because you had to do what you had to do to get there. So it's almost like, are you helping your kids by doing that?
Yeah.
But in the same sense, and it's just a question. Don't roast me. Whether I'm wrong. I mean, for some it may be right, for some it may be wrong. But the idea is like, what's your goal? Like, what's your goal for your kids? What's your goal for your family?
Yeah.
Like, what is that going to be? Because you have these parents who get kids so involved in sports and their lives are so, and so everything evolves around, we're doing everything around that every weekend, every spare minute we have, we're doing those activities. Well, then all of a sudden one day, sports are done. They graduated school and they're like, well, I don't want to play sports at collegiate level, or I can't play sports at collegiate level. And then all of a sudden you have parents who look at each other and they don't even know who each other are. Well, because they've been chasing this dream with their kids forever.
Yeah. And it's that whole thing of time with kids and time invested in what the kids want to do and letting even kids' schedule kind of dictate your life is not ever going to pay off in the end if you're not careful to make sure that it doesn't outweigh time invested in your marriage. Because like you've always said, the kids are going to leave and it's going to be me and you.
Yeah, well, I mean, we told our kids many times, it's like, you guys are here because we fell in love with each other and we are married.
Yeah.
Like, if we weren't married, we wouldn't be a family and y'all wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So the idea that we're all in this together, like, I'm investing in her so that I can invest in you guys.
Yeah.
And so I think it's completely okay to leave kids at home and go on a date sometimes. I think it's okay to leave kids if you can and go on vacation, go away for a few days. Like, I'm not saying you have to do that all the time. There's times where it's needed. You need to reinvest. You have to, I go back to though, you have to look at time in a very, I mean, it is what it is. Like, you're spending it the way you're spending it.
You only get so much.
Right. And it's like, you can make excuses as much as you want. You'd be like, well, I sleep for 8 hours. Yeah, okay. You can sleep 6 hours if you want and save 2 more hours to do something else if you want. I mean, you can. Like, if you're like, but most of the time, I don't sleep 8 hours.
I was just going to say, sleep is not like high on the priority list for you.
No, like, it's really not. And it's weird, but sometimes I really enjoy, like, I crawled into bed this week because I've been gone on a golf trip this weekend, and I crawled back in our bed and I was like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. It just feels good to be in your bed back home.
It does.
But it's like, I don't know. I don't sleep well, I think.
No.
And so
but back to the whole kid and time thing, like, what's sad and true, because I mean, statistics show it, but after you would just pour your whole life and all this time and energy into what the kids are doing, and then you forget about your spouse in the meantime. I mean, once the kids grow up or get to a certain age or even leave the home, that's when a lot of divorces happen.
Yeah.
Is because you've forgotten what it means to actually invest in your marriage. Yeah. Of that time. I mean, any good relationship takes time.
And I'm not saying sports and extracurriculars are not called for.
Our kids did all the things.
Yeah. We carried, like Thomas Mountain was mountain biking, but we carried our entire family. Mm-hmm. Some of them did not like it, but we'd have to go stay off for a weekend. We get a hotel room.
All over the state of Georgia.
And we would pack in a hotel room for that weekend and we would mountain bike. But we all did it together and it was fun together. Then I look at it and I was like, Thomas learned a lot and I think it was good for him. But it was a couple weeks ago. His bike it was sitting out, propped up on a building. And there was some family members were getting into mountain bike and I was like, hey, you guys want Thomas's old bike? And he's like, really? I mean, we put shocks on it. We put new wheels on it. Like, we dumped a lot of time and energy.
All it needed was a little tune-up and
I was like, he just needs some love and some cleaning and a little tune-up and should be good to go. But I was like, it reminds me of, like, we were so invested into that. And it was a big financial investment, not just time. And it wound up with being a bike that was propped up against the building.
That's so true.
Outside. And this is like...
That was a lot of years of our life and a lot of time for the other kids too.
It was great because we built great relationships doing it. Had
We
a
did.
blast doing it. I love the people we were doing it with.
And the rest of our kids, they had a blast doing it just because we made sure.
But
to
we
include them
tried
in
to
the
do
fun.
that as a family, even though that was something we were doing that was
Directly for
extracurricular.
Thomas, yeah.
And I think that's the intentionality behind time is like being intentional, know that every second counts. While I'm cooking breakfast, I remember in the mornings I was in charge of breakfast at our house.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always taught breakfast as a hype session. Like I'm going to hype everybody up
It was
on
a
breakfast.
party in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was like, they come in, we'd have music playing.
Well, I was getting ready and fixing the girls' hair. You and the boys would have it going in there already.
Yeah, just loud, like having a good time. Just like, hey, what are we talking about today? Let's talk about something today. What's going on? Like, just get excited. We got the day ahead of us. And I used to call it the Festival of Learning.
Yeah,
so I was like, we're about to go to the Festival of Learning, so let's get ready. And so we had a great time. And I always remember, like, for me, that was very intentional with that time to go, I'm going to be direct and get some fun, good time with my kids in the morning. Because I know in the afternoons, and I always remember Cody walking in, and Thomas, and nobody was really a morning person, really. Cody would entertain me sometimes, but he is less of a morning person now. Callie got better.
She did.
It took her a little while, but she was good.
Thomas and Aaron never got on the morning.
No, Thomas was like
train.
the Walking Dead in our kitchen. But Cody come walking in and was like, I was like, so what are we talking about this morning at breakfast? And Cody's like, I'd like to discuss monotheism versus I'd like to discuss
Polytheism.
Yeah, polytheism versus monotheism. I remember Thomas going,
He was like 11.
really?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, here we go. And so it was, but it was like being intentional about just even breakfast, being intentional about going in, like if I was off or I was able to, I tried to go pick them up from school. I was trying to be, and I'm not saying I have it all figured out and it's perfect.
That's what I was about to
it's
say.
not.
We are not like trying to say, oh, we have all the answers.
Because here's the thing.
Or we know exactly what you need to do to fix this or that, or we're the experts. We are not.
No. And that's why I'm saying this is not one of those episodes where you're going to be like, okay, give me 4 things to do.
No.
And I'm going to go do those. This is I'm going to give you one thing to start a question.
Well, yeah, it's going to be different for everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
1,000%.
All we want you to do is just start talking about it.
Yeah. Have the conversation with your wife or your husband and say, can we talk about the time and how we spend it? We talk about our budget and we talk about that. Let's talk about our time and how we spend it.
Going back to we're not saying we know everything, but like our definition or our answer to the time question, it's changed over a lot of years.
Yep.
And we had to revisit it because it changed. I mean, we've been together 13 years now, and it's changed. We've had different phases. We've had different seasons of life.
Yep.
I mean, it's just there's a lot of change.
Yeah. I mean, dates used to be Starbucks before we went grocery shopping at Kroger.
And that was it.
It's like, now it's like we come in realization when I come home, I'm like, I have you for 45 minutes before I lose you. So when we get home, it's like, do you want a glass of wine? Do you want to sit down? Can we, here's some things I want to talk about. Let's go sit outside where it's fun. And here's some things I want to talk about.
Right.
And we usually just roll through some of the day. It's not that you had to be so programmed, but the thing is if I'm not intentional in watching that time to make sure it goes, it's just going to be gone.
Yeah.
And so the whole idea is to go, I want to pitch the idea and get you to think, there's a clock ticking right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been ticking since we started this episode and we're probably 28 minutes into this. And in that 28 minutes, there's a lot of life that's happened.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy things in the world have happened. And it just, not to be morbid, but hey, the clock's running down.
It is.
So it's like, what are we going to do with the time we have?
So
that's what I want to ask.
Let's unpack it.
Okay, I'm not good at unpacking right now. So I'm going to try my best.
I mean, literally in life right now, you didn't unpack from the trip yet that you just got back from.
Okay, I did get back.
Literally.
I did.
You have not unpacked.
No, I got back Monday. It's Tuesday?
Today's just Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. So
you
it's
still got
not
time.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. You still got time. You got at least 48 hours before it starts getting
weird.
Yeah.
Like it gets weird. Is there a time limit on when it's weird?
It would only be weird if
Is it a week from now?
Well, maybe.
Hey,
But-
that was in my bag. I packed that this weekend, though. I took it out of my bag for you.
What?
That pullover you
Oh,
have
what
on.
I'm wearing. Yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate
So,
that.
but my bag literally is sitting on the bathroom counter. I
think it would be
unzipped it
more
and took
weird-
the toothpaste and my toothbrush out.
It would be more weird if I needed stuff from what you have not unpacked from your bag. Like, I don't care. You do you. That's your side of the bathroom
Yeah, it's
counter.
my side of the bathroom. You
I
don't
don't
really care.
I literally don't care.
Yeah. So,
Do pile up all your crap
so
over there.
figuratively, not figuratively, but literally,
Literally.
I'm not great at unpacking sometimes. And
So for unpacking, let's refer back just real quick to like, just kind of think of your time as how you budget your money, hopefully. But
and
if
so
you-
yeah, go ahead.
no,
I was going to say, this is the unfun part.
yeah,
Where
it
you
is.
sit down and literally like sketch out and maybe do this at night. At the end of the night, go, okay, what do we do? Like write out your day. You don't have to be specific. The more specific you are, the better it is.
But don't be weird about it. Like,
Yeah, don't be like 3 minutes and 45 seconds doing
Right,
this or
right.
4 minutes and 4. But no, sort of journal out your day.
it gives
like a
you a
normal
really
kinda
good
day.
look of, okay, wow. Because, I mean, one of the first times we talked about after I come home from school and I want to go to the gym and this and that and the other and the evening unfolds, whenever we talked about it finally, like out loud, I was like, oh, okay, like you said, we get literally like a good 45 minutes together each day.
Yeah.
Of like actual time. And that's if, you know, the grandbaby's not here or if we don't have a house full of friends or if this
not
and that and the
doing dinner,
other.
yeah.
And so I was like, okay, that's actually very eye-opening. So which made me be even more mindful of like, I'm going to get everything at work done that I need to do at work and leave it at work. I don't bring like anymore. I did in the beginning when I first became a teacher, but like, long story short, I make sure that I don't bring stuff home that takes even more time from you when I get to literally be with you.
Yeah.
But that took a really good, like really hard look of how are we spending our time.
Now, husbands out there, this is not just a wife. This is not just a wife exercise. This is a wife and husband
Yeah.
together exercise. Sit down and do this. This gives you a reason to spend some time together. Sit down and do it together. Wherever you're at home, whatever, at what time of day. Once you get the kids down, it's quiet for a minute.
Yeah.
Map this. This is very, very important that you figure out where your time is going now.
Yeah.
And then once you do that, you start looking for the areas where you can improve.
Yeah.
Like where can we maximize that time? Is it riding with the kids? Maybe I'm riding with, and we're in the car. Maybe as a spouse, you don't look at Instagram. You say, I'm going to put my phone in the cup
Well,
holder.
that's what I was going to say. We don't have all the answers, but I can give you one big suggestion. And you're the one that brought this to my attention. And I got really sassy with you about it for the first couple of months because I didn't want, you're not the boss of me, but I mean, you are, but it's okay.
Don't say that.
You're the leader of our family. But you brought something to my attention, and I didn't want you to break that habit, but I understand the importance of it. When we are in the car going from place to place, I used to always jump right on social media because in my mind, I'm like, I'm sitting still. I don't have to do anything but just sit here and I can look at social media. Meanwhile, you're driving us to wherever it was and you were thinking, oh, I am sitting here and I have time with just her because most of the time, if the kids were with us, they were not paying attention to what we were doing. And so you said, you know, can you please work on that habit of not being
No,
on
I
your
think
phone?
the first way I started is we were getting there and I was like, it has been so fun spending time with you and your phone.
I was trying
on
to
this
say it
trip.
nicer.
And you just looked at me. I was kind of ticked, but I was just
That's
like,
why I got sassy about it, but I was trying to be very nice about it just then and paint a prettier
I'm
picture.
just trying to be real.
Okay,
I just want to be
fine.
real.
Yeah, you were not nice about it the first
I
time.
wasn't because I was ticked off. I'm like, I'm driving. You're just sitting over there, and you don't ever drive. So why don't I get to sit over
I
there and
hate
scroll?
driving, and you don't like for me to drive, but
It's
also,
true.
I hate
Those are both
driving.
true statements.
Hate.
So
Anyway.
here's where we're at. So again, this is not we're going to unpack and we're going to give you answers. The tool I'm going to give you and the thing I'm going to say that I really, really want you guys to do as a couple is whether you've been married for 5 minutes or 15 years, map out where your time's going,
And have
figure
a
it out.
conversation.
Yeah, start the conversation around this.
And
be
don't
like,
be
how are we spending our
sassy.
time? Yeah, try not to make passive-aggressive, sassy comments. I mean, I'm the king of that, but I'm trying not to be.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's kind of in a nutshell because the clock is ticking,
Mhm.
and it is ticking right now. And so, wherever you're at, maybe wherever you get to, whatever you're doing, maybe not while you're driving, but just text your significant other and just say, "I love you, and I want to have a conversation about our time. How do we spend our time?" And then just you can start this conversation that simple.
Yep.
And then just see where it goes. So we're gonna do something really, really fun real quick because we're supposed to do it at the beginning, but we don't do it at the end. We're gonna do it's just random
Question time.
Just question time. Fun kind of question time. We're huge fans of, I am a
Yes.
huge fan of Brilliantly Dumb. Bob does sports, those guys, Bobby Fairways, Joey Koga, all those guys.
Fat
I mean,
Press.
I love Fat Press. All those guys love them. And so they do like buy and sell, and they do a bunch of fun stuff on the pod. But it made me think, I was
just gonna
like,
do
we
question
need
time.
something fun on our podcast. So we're just going to do random question
Okay,
time.
so I forgot what we said earlier. So here's mine.
No, the random, okay. You go ahead and then I'll remember the random question.
Okay. Tacos, hard shell or soft shell?
Soft.
Soft?
Ooh.
All
Every
the
time, no
way.
matter what?
Every time, no matter what.
Oh, wow.
Unless it's a
Flour
cheesy
or
gordita crunch
flour
from Taco
or-
Bell.
Flour
Then it's
or
both.
Corn.
Flour over corn.
okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I'll eat corn, but flour is
Okay.
where it's at.
Mine is based on the meat that's inside of it. Because if it's like shredded chicken, it's always more like there's more sauce. And so it needs a crunchy taco shell because it bleeds through the soft one.
It just runs out
It
the ends.
yeah, and it breaks it and falls apart
Okay.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Ground beef is either or.
No, I'm crunchy all the way, every time, every single time. I
Yeah.
like the crunch.
That's true.
And I like eating like you take one bite off the
But you have
back
to go to
corner.
the other side.
No, then you get off the top and then you go back to the bottom. You work your way up and back and forth. So it's top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom.
But then you get uneven bites.
You do.
Because like
You
the
do,
top
like,
bite's
on the
like
top-
nothing but
the top you get a
lettuce
lot of
and-
lettuce and cheese and other stuff.
Yeah.
And then on the bottom you go back to just straight meat and taco. And you go
Right.
back up to some lettuce and so you mix it all in there together.
Okay.
So my question is,
Mm-hmm.
are you a violent, loud throw upper when you throw up? Or are you really quiet when you puke?
Wow. I'm quiet and I cry every time.
Like emotionally cry.
Yes. it
Like your
hurts my-
eyes don't water. Like my
like
eyes
it's
don't
not
water.
like your eyes just water
No,
up.
no, no. It hurts my feelings. I don't throw up very often. It makes me
It
sad.
hurts your feelings.
It
Your
does.
feelings are hurt that you're throwing
It
up.
makes me sad because it doesn't happen very often. I cry every
Your
time.
own body hurt your own feelings.
Yes. It makes
I am
me
extremely
sad.
loud, like out of the
Yes, you
nose, out of
are.
the.
Oh yeah,
It's
I can't
just
help
like-
it.
It's like
It's
you
like
yell,
you're yelling.
babe.
It's like
Yeah.
a violent
You
projectile.
yell, too?
Oh yeah.
It starts and feels
I
like in my
can't
toes.
not.
It's like your body's convulsing. almost.
Yes.
It's like my ribs hurt, my stomach hurts. It's like a.
But you yell.
I have literally tried to not be loud, and it's like impossible to.
I've
not
tried
be
to
loud.
not cry, but it's not possible. I cry every time.
That's so new. I've never heard of
It
anybody.
hurts my heart.
Dude, after you throw up and you get that cold washcloth and you wipe your face off, that's like
Can we stop talking about throw up now?
beautiful. It's so refreshing.
Thank you for joining us for
We're
Baggage
talking about
Claim.
the nap afterwards, like if you're
You
go to
just
sleep.
lay on the, anyway, okay.
Okay.
Well,
I
hey,
was just trying
great
to wrap
conversation.
y'all up.
what a beautiful way
Yeah,
for
thank-
random conversation or just
Okay.
question time.
Question time.
So, thanks for joining us. Make sure to like, subscribe, share the podcast.
Oh, my.
But thanks for joining us tonight. Love you guys. Anything to say before we go?
No, sorry we talked about throw up.
All right. Go dogs. See you later.